It's Larry Winget here, back with another episode of Ask Larry Anything, the YouTube series where you can ask Larry Winget anything in the world you'd like to know, and I would be happy to answer it for you. All you have to do is write me at info@larrywinget.com. info@larrywinget.com, and I'll be happy to look at your question. Also, while you're on the internet and looking at Larry Winget stuff, be sure to follow me on Facebook at the Larry Winget fan page, on Twitter at Larry Winget, and on LinkedIn and all those other places. All right, here is today's question. Dear Larry, I hate writing this letter as it is an admission that my family life is a mess. You're not the only one. Trust me, a lot of people who write me have a family life that is a mess. My son is 18 and lives in the basement playing video games and hanging out with his friends. Well, that's not the first time I ever heard that, and a lot of people who are watching right now are going, yeah, that's my kid too. He rarely shows up for meals, and when he does, he is rude and mouths off to both his dad and to me. You wouldn't believe the words he uses when he talks to me and his dad. Seems like the only time we talk is when we are screaming at each other. He graduates from high school this year and has no plans at all for college. He also doesn't have the grades to get into any college either, I'm afraid. Maybe a community college, but I'm not sure. And I don't want to spend our hard-earned money putting him into college just for him to not go to class and sit in front of his computer playing games. He is a mess. What should we do? Help us, please. All right, he's not a mess, you are. That's right, you're a mess. And I'm not sure if you wrote this to me, so I'd give you a lecture, but you're about to get one. Here's the deal. If your kid is 18 years old and talking back to you and saying rude things to you, I'm just betting he was 18 months old and talking back to you, and you put up with it. You let that happen. You need to go out right now, and I'm not normally a person who just crams books down people's throats and does a commercial, but you need to buy this book. Your kids are your own fault. Even if you don't buy the book, look real carefully at this. Your kids are your own fault. You did this to him. You made him who he is today. You allowed him to become this mouthy, rude, cussing you out evidently, 18-year-old who lives in the basement and doesn't pay any attention to what you have to say and plays on his computer, his video games all day long and hangs out with his friends. That's your fault. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to apologize. I'm going to let that sink in for just a second. I want you to apologize. I want you and your husband to sit down with this 18-year-old, and I want you to have a calm conversation where you say, son, we are sorry. We need to apologize to you. Now, first of all, I guarantee you that will get his attention. Now, you're probably saying, what do I have to apologize for? You need to apologize to him for being a lousy parent, because that's what you are. You're a lousy parent. You let him become the way he has become. You have allowed this to happen to him. It's your fault. Apologize to him for that. Say, we're sorry that we let this situation get so out of control that you feel it's okay to treat us the way you do and to talk to us the way you do. We're sorry, son, that we allowed this to happen. Please accept our apology. And know that from this moment on, it's never going to happen again. You don't get to talk to us like that. You'll never cuss me again in my own house, because if you do, I will kick your ass out this front door. You do not cuss me. You will respect me. I don't care whether you love me. I don't care whether you like me or not. You're in my home, and you will respect both your mother and your father. We pay your way. And as of right now, I can change it that quick. Because if you disrespect us and stop obeying us and keep acting like the little turd that you are acting like, we will stop paying your way. Now make it real clear and then be willing to back it up. Now, by the way, when he gets to be 18, he is an adult. Now, I'm a lot harder on that adult thing than a lot of people are, but I say when you're 18, you need to start earning your own way. If you are in college and I am paying, you must come up with the grades to keep me paying, or I'll stop paying and you'll have to get a job. So he has a couple of decisions to make. He can try to turn his grades around so he can actually get into a college, even if it's a community college. I'm a big supporter of community colleges, believe me, so that's not a problem with me. Make sure that he gets in college, goes to class, and delivers the grades that are worthy for you paying his bills. If he doesn't want to do that, it's time for him to get a job and pay you rent. That's right, he must pay you rent. If he's not willing to do that, kick his butt out the front door and let him live with friends or something. Oh, I don't think I can do that. Okay, here's a great idea. It's what I did with my 18-year-old. My 18-year-old also went to college and flunked out of his first semester and messed up and lived in my basement. He was a good kid, but he just didn't want to. He had a job. He was earning money. He was doing all the right stuff. But when he came home, found out that he hadn't been going to class and was flunking out of college, I said, you got a decision to make. His decision was he'd like to go in the Army. Oh my goodness, do I support anyone who wants their kids to go into the armed services. And you're going, well, I don't want him to die in Iraq. Believe me, he can die hanging out with the wrong bunch of friends because of lots of reasons, and you don't want that to happen either. This is about your kid learning discipline, learning respect. I think there's no place in this world better to do that than by going into the service. Male or female, I think it's a great thing. In fact, I would love to see it become mandatory for every kid in America at 18 to put 2 years into the armed forces. I really do believe that would be a great idea. So tell your kid you would love to see him go into the service. Just sign up for a 2-year hitch. They will teach him what you have not been able to teach him. In 2 years, they'll turn him into a man where you haven't been able to do that in 18 years. So, what do I want you to do? Again, apologize for being a bad parent. And then say, today that all stops. And then you start setting the boundaries, and you be willing to back up what you say. If you don't think you can do that, I'm going to do another commercial. Buy this book, Grow a Pair. There's a whole section in here about how to talk to your mouthy kid and about how to kick them out if they're still counting on you to take care of them when they should be grown enough to take care of themselves. All right, that was a great question. I really appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to write me, info@larrywinget.com. Pick up both of these books if you're a parent or if you just need to grow a pair, and follow me on Facebook at my fan page. Thank you so much.